Hey guys, welcome back to the linear algebra series. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing orthogonality and the Gram-Schmidt process. So let's get started with the definition of orthogonality. So two vectors are said to be orthogonal if their dot product is zero. So that's really easy stuff. So two vectors are orthogonal if their dot product is zero. And what the Gram-Schmidt process is, don't worry, it's not anything complicated. It's just the method which you use to make two vectors orthogonal. So that's how easy it is. So now let's look at how we can solve problems based on these two topics. So let's first take this question right here. We have two vectors, and we have to check if both of them are orthogonal. So to check if they're orthogonal, we have to check if their dot product is equal to zero. If their dot product is equal to zero, it is orthogonal. So let's find the dot product. So that would be 1 times 2 plus 2 times negative 1. So that is just 2 minus 2, which is equal to 0. So the dot product is equal to 0. Hence, vectors u and v are orthogonal. So let's get started with the Gram-Schmidt process and see how we can orthogonalize two vectors. So we have v1 and v2 right here. So let's first start with v1. Our goal is to make these two vectors, v1 and v2, orthogonal. So we can define v1 as u1. So that would be equal to 1, 1. So we have to, so our first step is to subtract the projection, of v2 onto u1. Don't worry if you don't know what the projection is. I'm going to be explaining it right now. So the projection of a vector follows a simple formula. If we have two vectors A and B, the projection of A onto B is, we write it like this. There's a simple formula. It's the dot product of A and B divided by the dot product of B and B multiplied by B. This is the formula for the projection of A onto B. So this is that simple formula. So our goal right now is to find the projection of V2 onto U1. So let's see how we can do that. So we just follow the same formula. So U1, so the projection of V2 onto U1. So the projection of V2 onto U1 would be equal to V2 dot U1, the dot product of these two, divided by U1 dot U1 times U1. So this is the projection of V2 onto U1. That is the formula. So now all we have to do is find these two dot products, and then we can get the projection. So let's first find the dot product of V2 and U1. That is 1, 1 plus negative 1 times 1. So 1 times 1 plus negative 1 times 1, that is just 0. And now let's find the dot product of U1 times U1. That is just 1 times 1 plus 1 times 1, which is 2. So this is the second dot product. That's how easy it is. So now let's find the projection. The projection is equal to 0 over 2 because it's this divided by this. So 0 over 2 times u1, which is just 0. So we write it as 0, 0. So that is our projection. So now, finally, our last step is u2 is equal to v2 minus the projection. This is our final step. If you're wondering why we're doing this step right here, u2 equals v2 minus projection, let me explain it right now. So why do we subtract the projection? So in the Gram-Schmidt process, our goal is to make u2 orthogonal to U1. So U2 is V2 and U1 is V1. So this is our goal in the Gram-Schmidt process. So since V2 might have some component in the direction of U1, right? So V2 might have a component in the direction of U1. So subtracting the projection of V2 onto U1 removes this component. So this ensures that the resulting vector U2 is orthogonal to U1. So that is why we're subtracting these two. So now, let's look at the final answer. So we're doing U2 is equal to V2 minus the projection. So that would give us 1, negative 1, minus, because V2 is 1, negative 1. If you go back up here, we can see it right here. V2 is 1, negative 1, and the projection, which we found right here, is 0, 0. So 1, negative 1 minus 0, 0 is just 1, negative 1. So we found U2 is equal to V2 minus the projection, and we found that to be 1, negative 1. So now, we have our value of U2, which is 1, negative 1, and we have our value of U1, which we found earlier. We didn't find it, essentially, we just set it equal to U1, equal to V1, which is just 1, 1. So we found U2 and U1. So that's how easy the Gram-Schmidt process is. So we've converted U2 and U1, and we've converted them into orthogonal vectors. So that's how easy it is. So we just follow these three steps. Let's go over what we've done today. So we have the two definitions of orthogonality and Gram-Schmidt process. The first step we did right here was prove or find whether these two vectors were orthogonal or not. You find the dot product right here, the dot product, and that was equal to 0. Since it was equal to 0, we know that vectors u and v are orthogonal. Finally, we solved the question in the Gram-Schmidt process where we have to make v1 and v2 orthogonal. So we set u1 equal to v1, and then we found the projection of v2 onto u1. We found the projection of v2 onto u1. That is right here, and we got 0, 0. We just solved it out, found the dot products, applied it to the formula, and got 0, 0. And then finally, we did u2 is equal to v2 minus the projection, and then we got our value of u2. So we know what u1 is. We said u1 is equal to v1 right here. So u1 stays the same. It's just 1, 1. And then u2 is what we found right here by doing v2 minus the projection. So that was our value of u2. So that's how easy it is. Thank you, and I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you want more videos like this, please make sure you all like and subscribe.